There are moments in life when everything feels like it's slipping away. When people leave, dreams change, and the world moves on, whether you're ready or not. But for me, there was always one thing that stayed. A plastic cartridge, a blinking screen, a pixelated hero that never gave up. Video games weren't just a hobby, they were my anchor, my safe zone, my reminder that no matter how dark things got, the game could always be restarted. You could always try again. Every console I've ever touched, every save file I left behind, it all tells the story of a kid who grew up looking for something to believe in. And I found it. In the 8-bit music, in the dungeons, in the side-scrolling battles, and turn-based prayers for victory. This isn't just collecting, it's reclaiming who I am. So yeah, I am still playing. Because for some of us, this is the way we fight. This is the way we heal. And this is the life I chose. What's up, chasers? So I'm just sort of chilling today. I thought I don't really want to make a video, but I'm gonna make a video. I do have some stuff, so let's just jump into it. First, as always, all glory be to Retro Video Game Guy for hooking it up with some more NES games for the NES Quest. Got a couple of things. 2 NES games. He sent them in these Nintendo branded plastic cases, which was a bonus, always a plus. I love that. Couple of games. Demon Sword. Action and sword swinging and collecting items and keys and getting through the game. This is by Taito. Release the power. Demon Sword. Let's look at some gameplay footage, shall we? Whoa. Another game. Dope. Adventures of Lolo. Just look at how cool that art is. I love these old NES games. A lot of them have this cool, just weird, iconic 80s art that it's just like, I don't know. They just scream a different era, and that's pretty cool. You know, it just sort of makes my brain go back to a different time, a simpler time before internet and brain rot and having to be online all day. Cool puzzle game. I actually haven't played either one of these 2 games, so I'll get to it. One more thing from Retro Video Game Guy, which he threw in as a freebie, which was awesome. 007 Nightfire. This is a GameCube game, and as such, it's going to count towards the GameCube side quest. I got a GameCube kiosk back in November from my brother, who calls himself the Son of Rad Chaser for some reason. We brought it up here. We got it all set up. I got a whole video where I go through everything and sort of talk about the process, all the little pieces and screws and the magazine holders and, you know, all the controllers. I take it all apart, put it together. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, please go check them out there. They were pretty fun to make. I haven't played this game. Oh, the numbers are growing today. I have played GoldenEye. That's the only Bond game I've played, so that's a good one. So if this is anything like that, who knows? Oh, I know who knows. Future me. Let's take a look.
Boss, M here. I'll try to keep in contact with you.
Wow. Looks like a Bond game. Another cool thing about this game was it did come loose, but he did send it in its respective Blockbuster video game rental case, which has, well, it's got the name up on the front here, and then if you flip it on the back, it's got a description of the game. And it also has gameplay tips. Pretty sweet. Again, this is a bit of nostalgia in itself because it's like, you know, you went to school all week or you did whatever and it was Friday and it was time to chill, hang out, you go, you get pizza, you get some video games, you rent some movies, you go home and you watch them, play, have sleepovers, etc. Blobbity blobbity blue. All the memes, all the memories. Quite some time ago, yeah. But I am trying to, you know, collect those memories, collect that nostalgia and put it on the wall for no one to see except for you. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. One random game. Well, this was part of a 2-game lot, but I can only show you the one at the moment. This is Resident Evil 5. It's for the PS3. Now, I haven't played any Resident Evil games. Oh wait, that's just a joke. I did play the first one on PlayStation, I think it was. I had to test it. Was it the second one or the first one? I had to play it to test it, and I sold it on eBay. It wasn't in the crispiest condition, so that was, you know, I had to let her go. Sometimes you just gotta let them go if they're not crispy enough. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to this one. The other game in the lot was the one that I wanted, so I went for it, and this one just sort of came in, so it may go back out into the ether, or, you know, maybe I'll stick it in and see what shakes loose. Who knows? Couple of random things, nothing crazy. Game Boy player instruction manual here. You know, sometimes I just type manual into eBay to see what pops up because I do like my manuals.
I am sick. I have manual fever.
It's a slow side quest to make a video game complete in the box as well. So it's chasing, and if I'm not chasing, I don't know what I'm doing. So always be chasing. Never forget. This is pretty cool. This is the NES Advantage manual. I mean, you know, this thing needs no manual for sure. It's intuitive. You figure it out. There's, you know, buttons on it and you push them. But I love this old NES art, this layout with the, you know, it's always floating through space. You know, it's just got this weird, like, you know, I'm a video game system and I'm in space for some reason. I'm out of this world, maybe. Who knows? So just a couple of pages there. I do have an advantage, so this will go towards completing that. Hey, maybe I can get the box too at some point. Who knows? Anything could happen. And this is pretty awesome. Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are always a permanent side quest. If I can get something in, it's coming in. So check this one out. Final Fantasy XI, Wings of the Goddess expansion pack. Dude, that art is just look at it. It's great. I have this is for the PC. This is a copy for the PC, and it is sealed, and it is as crispy as you could think. In fact, it's extra tasty crispy. Holy shnikes. Part of me wants to open it up and see what's in there. Another part of me says, well, this one's sealed, so you can always get one that's open and see what's inside. You can't reseal one that's been opened, so that only makes sense. And that is chasing logic, and you can take that one to the bank. Oh, almost forgot again. So when I did that Facebook Marketplace score in the last video, I got a couple of controllers and I forgot to mention them, I think, and I definitely forgot to show them. So I'm going to show them to you right now. Check these out. This one's called an FC Twin. It is a Super Nintendo style controller. It's a little bit lighter in the feel and the buttons are super tight. So I could always use another SNES controller and then another third-party GameCube controller. This one's by Deceptively. I'm not familiar with that brand. It ain't Mad Catz. It's no Mad Catz, but it is pretty cool. It's a little. It has all the buttons on it. It doesn't have the exact GameCube controller shape, so it's a little bit different. I'll just, you know, the D-pad is rounded, so that's kind of different. You know, the cool thing about the GameCube controller, as the Sonorad Chaser stated in the Game Boy player video, is that
with this, you know, having this D-pad there, it makes all the difference in the world.
Is a nice thing to have on the controller, because if you're playing these games that are, you know, 4 directions, it's like having this versus the joystick is, you know, the way to do it. So this kind of skirts around that, but who knows. Also, there are turbo and there's slow on here, slow motion. I couldn't tell you how that works, but if it works anyway like old school slow-mo stuff, All it does is pause the game and unpause it repeatedly. I'd love to plug this thing in and see how the slow motion works, so maybe we'll get to it. Oakley dokley, that is all the stuff for this week. 2 more games closer to the NES Quest, which is always a big plus. So these 2 NES games are gonna put us at 54 games for the total NES Quest. Crushing it. Can I get a fanfare, please? Guys, I'm enjoying this quest. You know it. I say it every video. It's getting closer and closer. We're past the halfway mark now. That's an accomplishment. We set out at the beginning of the year to add 100 NES games to the stack, and here we are. Just past the middle of the year, just past halfway through the quest. It's slow and steady. I am excited about this. Can't wait to see what the next month and the next months hold. Christmas time, by the end of Christmas, we're gonna be done. And that's going to be a Merry Christmas for all of us. So, I almost wish I could do Christmas early and have it in July. Christmas in July, you say? Maybe we make a little video on that. Maybe. Yee. Alright, it's time for the next segment. I don't know what it is yet because I haven't made it yet. So, I know a guy who does know, and he is the guy who we put all future problems onto. Take it away, future me. So back in April, the Sunnerad Chaser and I got to go to this place called Galactornadorex. 3, 2, 1. Galactornadorex. Now you're going tornado, and it is a mouthful, but it's a small place that packs a big punch. We were in a strip mall called Plaza del Sol in Kissimmee, Florida. Didn't know what to expect. We just saw a random ad on Facebook Marketplace for video games, just a smattering of them, and we go into the place, and it was a lot more than we expected, and that is always fun. I love happening into something cool like that. Oh, that's part of the chase. Part of the chase is like, well, I don't know what we're gonna find here, but whatever we do, we're gonna find it together. Sometimes it sucks, sometimes it's awesome. This time it was cool. So we're gonna go into Galactornadorex and we're gonna drop in on the boys and see what the conversation's leading up to. There's gonna be talk about Super Smash Bros, I believe, sealed games, and I think we found a little GameCube game as well. Oh yeah, and a bunch of Nintendo powers. So, take a look. Now, pull those out again.
And I actually did
sell the promo disc.
The holofoil one. The only one's $22.38. I will say I'll do it for $12 for you.
Pikmin.
Even though the only one available.
Loose Metroid Prime, 18 or 81?
81, actually.
Depending on fate.
You drive a hard bargain.
Metroid Prime echoes this glowy, hollowy cover.
Dude, I have a lot of
Gunbird.
I have a parlay tonight.
Gunbird.
I had the parlay tonight.
Something's Road Rage. There's some good stuff in there. This thing would actually not be a bad idea to do something with, just to, I mean, like, we'd probably have to get stuff to figure out how to get it off of the NES and onto a computer.
Sure.
But, you know,
Make a
how many people are using Videomation?
Drawing and animation fun. I mean, look, yeah, we could do something. Yeah.
This is like, oh, you've got Mario Paint, we got Videomation.
Sweet.
It's by THQ. You're the original?
Take a look at it. You hang on with it.
Yeah.
What do we got? Smash Bros. Melee. Someone's got a gloss on it. Sealed.
It's brand new.
Crispy.
Extra tasty, crispy. I gotta get I want to get the set of white gloves, man. Just for kicks.
Yeah.
Just be like, you have to be careful when we're handling this stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Now, do you have any thoughts on grading stuff?
My personal opinion, like it takes too long for me to move.
Yep.
I'm not selling it online. I'm not going to a convention.
That's as a salesperson,
Yeah,
then.
I would rather sell it for $225 new, and then somebody has room to grow with it.
Yeah.
If I sell it graded, where do you go from there?
Right.
If you're going to invest, you should have some gain into your investment. I have Emerald CIB as well. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Would I grade it? No. Why?
Sure.
It'll take me just as long to sell at 1,500 as it will, like that, or more longer, unless I want to hold on to it and things like that. But I think in the end, you should always feel like you have room to grow if you want to.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't even sell graded cards. Like if it comes in a purchase, great, we get it. But I'd rather sell a single and let somebody get a PSA 10 or whatever it's going to get. You know, that's on you.
Every once in a while, I can find something that's like very modestly priced on eBay that's like graded. I'm on a crusade to like just find something like that, get it, and then make content of opening the box and just being like,
He wants to crack it.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't mind it for collection purposes, but that's it. You know, it's just more of a preserving type of thing.
Sure.
You know, I know the more you pass something to a person, that little squish, that little, you know, if it didn't have the wrapping on it. So, oh, well, yeah, it's sealed. And you're like, but I do like it just for, and that's what we tell people. If you're buying a $500 art, get it graded. Why? Because at least at that point, it is preserved from then on.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, it just maintains a little bit more. Not that you're going to flip it immediately. I don't believe in a PSA 10 grade, you know, being worth $3,000 and then a 9 is only worth $150.
All right. It's a
You
jump.
know, it's just it's a ridiculous market that has no true significance except for those people who are buying it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, to the average Joes, like I said, if you want to protect it, yeah. But if it's a 10 and things like that, maybe the guy who was grading it, you know, is just super happy that day. You know, if you get a 5 on it, maybe he just fought with his wife. You don't know what the hell happens. You know? There's no true rubric that each worker is going to follow.
This is your fault that I got no.
You know, I fucking hate this day. You know,
And look, people have, you know, cracked things and sent them back and get a different grade.
exactly.
So it's
If,
like you
if
said.
there was a correct, like 100% outcome every single time, I would say, yeah, do it, you know. But Tag was the one company, AI grading, I think that's true. But then they ruined their repertoire by increasing their prices. And everybody who's at a convention selling PSA 10s, obviously they're going to bash Tag because if theirs becomes the second rank and Tag becomes the true rank, then all their merchandise goes down in value.
Right.
Same thing with CGC Beckett. You look at a CGC 10, it'll be $27, and you look at a PSA 10, it'll be $50. It's like, why? Well, it's third ranking. Have PSA go down, all the convention people will flip out. I'm waiting on it.
All we do is we start saying stuff like, what do we say?
We say buy high, sell low. That's tip number 1, and tip number 2: you can't make money reselling video games.
Yeah, especially not grading them, especially with PSA. PSA, that's one. Yeah, no, not that.
You can't make money reselling video
Horrible.
games. Horrible investment. Just
Don't do it.
Just get it.
Go with
just-
AIG.
Yeah. Yeah, do baseball cards, sure. The video games now. Stay away from those. Not for selfish reasons.
I was about to say, it sounds kind
Not
of
for selfish reasons.
We do like a podcast thing to them, like try to slip in that you can't make money selling video games every time, and just send them to us.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys.
We'll buy them off you.
I could have bought like a 350 one. I could have gotten a 1,000 weight hammer.
This is 38.
It was like
37,
for kids,
well, you
but
split it right in half.
It's like 1,000.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
38, 37, 40. Right?
Yeah.
That's 75, 40, 150. Looks like you're good to go.
And then, oh wait, is that GameCube game in there? That makes
Yeah.
Oh goodness,
Beautiful.
got scared for a second.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
What was your name?
Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Paul.
Now I'm
Paul.
Daniel.
Pleasure, Daniel.
Great shop. Well, I mean, we'll definitely be back.
I
The place is
appreciate it.
awesome.
Yeah.
What, you're gonna move into the other room, or
Yeah, we're moving right next door, you know, and then we're going to close up this one, see how the vibes are over there. Great.
We'll link up.
Thanks, man.
Nice to see you.
Appreciate it,
Thanks.
It was great. It was good.
Be easy, guys.
See you, bud.
Bye bye.
That dude was super nice.
Oh,
Miguel.
yeah. Love that. I love his philosophy.
Miguelito, dude, thank you so
Yeah,
much. If you're watching this,
big time.
keep crushing the game. We're proud of you. We're definitely gonna come back and see you.
Yeah.
Tell everybody we know with a beer shot.
Congratulations on the new storefront. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, we'll talk to you guys in a minute. All right, we got 8% battery left, so we're gonna yap fast about how excited we are. We just got a bunch of cool stuff, okay? At a great price, okay? What is the place? I don't even know what the place is called.
That's all right. I got the business card. Galactornadorex. Galactornadorex. So he combined all the best things: the galaxy, the tornado, and of course
Rex.
the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Galactornadorex.
Okay, we're running it. I love it. Thank you, Galactornadorex.
For all the things you've done for us in the last few minutes, we're very excited about what we've got. We got NES games, we got a GameCube game, we got a nice stack of Nintendo powers and player's guides. Sunrad Chaser, he's beaming. If you can see his ugly mug right now.
I couldn't in my wildest dreams imagine that this visit was going to go down the way it did. It ruled. The prices were great. The fines were greater. And when we start chopping, you're going to get to see all the stuff we got.
We weren't expecting much, and we got a lot more than we expected for sure. So we're off to a great start to the father-son chaser week. I'll say that. This is day one. This is day one, stop one.
It's all downhill from here, baby.
If it gets any better, everything else is gravy, actually.
Oh no, I can ride this high for the next 3 days. I'm not worried about it. It was so good we had to stop and get drinks. This is pre-boba.
We're schwitzed up, you know. We need a little something to wash our excitement down with. So.
Oh yeah.
So we're, Plaza del Sol. This is in Kissimmee. I don't know if we want to give away this secret place right now, to be honest. But if you're ever in Kissimmee, I guess you can stop in for sure. At Galactornadorex Video Games.
They got video games, cards, and lots more.
Enter the Matrix. I mean, I wonder if you can still get online with a GameCube.
That's a good
PS2
question.
You kind of can still.
Enter the Matrix wasn't the online game though.
Oh.
You're thinking of the Matrix Online.
Oh. The one that literally says online now on the name. Didn't expect to go for that, but I saw it. And, you saw it, and here we are.
I mean, that's got to be a good moderately priced game. Listen, we love the Matrix in this family, so.
And the price was right, so.
Yeah, the price is right. You basically get, and that game is the whole like side thing of like what Niobe was doing during the Matrix Reloaded or whatever.
Final flight of the Osiris times.
I told you, Galactornadorex, it's a gas. So, that place was so cool, we had to split it up into multiple videos. Big ups to Miguel, once again, the store owner. By the time you see this, you're gonna have your new shop, your bigger space, so this is gonna be like a little time capsule to say, hey, remember back when you lived in the smaller thing? Cool. I think it's pretty cool anyway. So, that's gonna do it for this one. Beautiful chasers. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for watching the videos. I appreciate you. And the Sunrad Chaser, well, he also appreciates you. So yeah, NES Quest, sitting pretty. We got more games in the stack. That's awesome. We're gonna shoot for the moon and we're gonna be right on track for the end of the year. It's gonna be a blast. See you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. This is the Rad Chaser. He's almost out of here and now he's out of here.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.
I don't know. Just doing it to do it.